I'm about to give you a fresh, create a hard-hitting YouTube narration, not a dry rewrite. We're turning the Pixel Watch step count saga into a vivid, opinionated commentary piece with strong hooks, bold takes, and clear, actionable takeaways. Here's a completely original script you can read aloud or adapt for video. Hey, quick question, what happens when a gadget that's supposed to count your steps starts acting like it's running a marathon in place? That's the Pixel Watch situation right now. My read, a March 2026 software push threw step counting into chaos, and now users are getting wildly different numbers across devices and apps. It isn't just a bug in a single model, it's showing up across generations, which means the root cause might be broader: server sync quirks, app integration hiccups, or a misfire in the latest health services layer. What makes this really interesting is how it exposes the fragility of our "data tells the truth" mindset. If your watch says you walked 3 miles but your calories and miles disagree, suddenly the whole fitness narrative you trust starts wobbling. That's the deeper, almost philosophical wrinkle here: data provenance matters as much as data points. First big idea, the bug isn't just fewer steps, it's inconsistent counting. Some users saw undercounts after the update, others report overcounts, sometimes by thousands of steps with little movement. In my opinion, that points to two culprits working in tension. Either a sensor fusion calibration got scrambled, or the software's thresholds for detection are misreading benign activity as movement, or missing real movement in certain scenarios. What this matters for is trust. If your run tracking app shows wildly different totals day to day, you start doubting the numbers you rely on for workouts, recovery, or even medical-style health summaries. It also suggests a bigger trend: when you connect hardware to cloud-backed software, you're not just syncing data, you're syncing interpretations. A small server-side tweak can flip the narrative completely. Second idea, the data drift ripples into calories and miles. If step counts are wrong, the derived metrics float away like a balloon. In my view, this is a natural consequence of overweighted feedback loops in consumer health ecosystems. Users may adjust activity based on skewed calories or distance, which then influences future behavior and app expectations. What many people don't realize is that these calories aren't just calories, they are a model output built on steps, heart rate, and metabolism assumptions. A single faulty input warps the entire model. From my perspective, this shows how fragile consumer health analytics can be when systems rely on multiple moving parts without robust cross-checks. Third idea, the fix isn't a complicated engineering magic spell. The community found a surprisingly simple procedure: clear the Fitbit app cache on both phone and Pixel Watch, reboot both devices, and see if numbers normalize. One thing that immediately stands out is how often the simplest, near-automatic fixes get ignored in favor of blaming the bigger system. What this really suggests is the power of local state and cache hygiene in a connected ecosystem. If you take a step back and think about it, cache inconsistencies can masquerade as systemic bugs. A detail I find fascinating is how this tiny, user-executed step can restore alignment between devices that otherwise seem out of sync. Fourth idea, possible alternative fixes and what they imply. Users also mentioned updating the health services app or downgrading the Fitbit app to a previous version. In my opinion, this hints at two possible fault lines: compatibility between watchOS health services and the Fitbit data layer, or regression in app APIs after the March update. This raises a deeper question: when you're juggling multiple software layers from different vendors, Google, Fitbit, Wearables OS, where does responsibility for data accuracy actually reside? The answer isn't simple, but the practical takeaway is clear: if you're in this ecosystem, you may need to experiment with multiple rollback or update paths to regain trust in your numbers. Deeper insight: what this reveals about the future of wearable health data. If a single update can cause both undercounting and overcounting across users, we're dealing with a systemic challenge: calibration, data provenance, and cross-app data integrity. The bigger pattern is that device-native metrics and third-party apps don't always stay in sync. This could push us toward better hardware-software governance, stronger error handling in health data pipelines, and more transparent user control over which data source feeds which metric. If you're building or using wearables, you'll want to demand clearer version data streams, easier rollbacks, and visible confidence intervals around your numbers. What this really suggests is a movement toward more debuggable, auditable health analytics rather than black box sums. Closing thought, practical wisdom for viewers right now. If you're seeing odd steps or mismatched calories, start with the low-effort fix: clear caches on both devices and reboot. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest steps fix the most stubborn problems. Beyond that, keep an eye on updates from Google and Fitbit, as a future patch could restore consistency across the ecosystem. And as a viewer, consider this: how much do you trust fitness metrics that cross devices and apps? Are you content with a rough story your data tells, or do you want a rock-solid chain of custody for every number? If you've dealt with a similar issue, drop your experience in the comments. Did clearing caches fix it for you, or did you need to try multiple fixes? I'd love to hear what worked where you are in the world. Follow-up reflection: the overarching lesson here is about data humility. We crave precise metrics, but complex systems rarely stay perfectly aligned after even one update. The best approach is skepticism paired with practical troubleshooting, plus a willingness to adjust our routines as the software behind our devices evolves. And that's not just tech talk, that's a mindset every modern gadget user should adopt.